a lot of people that watch us don't subscribe. It takes a second. It means the world to us, and it helps you find out the next time we talk live about wrestling. The other big appearance, which was notable because the Kill Tony episode that came out on Netflix came out this night, and I actually watched Kill Tony before I checked out Raw. I've been hearing a lot more criticism about this appearance. What is the man called Dave?
I didn't have a problem with it, but I can see why people would. Tony is a huge fan of pro wrestling, and I don't go as deep into a lot of his comedy like you have. And I know he's rubbed some people the wrong way because of his political affiliations and stuff like that. Although I don't share his probably political views and support some people. As a comedian, I've always thought he was funny on anything I've seen. That being said, I also know that he's a huge pro wrestling fan. He loves pro wrestling, and this was probably super cool for him. I didn't care that he commentated for one segment. For some people, it took away from the match because he overdid it. I can see that. I can totally see that. It wasn't that bothersome for me. Although it was a unique environment hearing him kind of roast Michael Cole and Cole kind of taking it, but then occasionally clapping back a little bit. It was kind of a unique environment. I couldn't help but wonder. I wonder if Michael Cole is actually cool with this or what he thinks about this. And maybe in a way that takes away from the match, because I'll tell you this much, Joe, maybe you know, but I can't even remember the match now.
Pat McAfee kind of buffered some of those jokes. This was New Day versus War Raiders. It was a great in-ring match. I didn't think Hinchcliffe really kind of overdid it. And having done commentary as well, especially if this is your first time jumping in, it can't be comfortable. If I had one criticism, it's that I didn't hear that enthusiasm in his voice.
Yeah.
But he's also a performer. He's known for having an even keel. So he sounded like himself. He got a lot of jokes in. I heard about the joke about Big E being the weakest link. People were weird about that.
Which is more of a heel thing. Which is
for me, it was par for the course because Tony was cheering for the heels the whole time. Anytime Xavier Woods got the advantage. So, he was almost the perfect heel commentator. I say perfect, but he did very good for a stand-in. I enjoyed it. And I said, big Kill Tony fan. So to see the cross promotion on this, I thought it was great.
There is a thing too, I have to say kind of separately, but I know Michael Cole was on a Pat McAfee show this week. Pat had a live show, I think, where he had some wrestling appearance, other things going on. Michael Cole, I guess, was intoxicated. Now, I didn't see the show, but the best of my knowledge, Michael Cole didn't do anything, he didn't say anything slanderous. He didn't take off his clothes or anything like that. He was just drunk, and people picked up on it. And there were people mad, and they're like, "Oh, this man, this outrage." Someone was really mad, and I'm like, "Gives a fuck?" If you see Pat McAfee's show, people drink and having a good time, this is what they do. You don't like it, don't watch it. But I mean, I saw some people actually were outraged about that, and maybe it's the same people outraged Tony. I mean, I don't know. I felt like he was just trying to be a little bit of a heel, like you said too.
Yeah.
And it is what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can fault Michael Cole for that, especially being on McAfee's platform.
Yeah,
if it's on something like WWE Raw, I'm sure you're going to get the Jim Ross treatment where you'll get called out on.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure that wouldn't fly.